Hello, hello. Bl'Artagnan here, bringing you Umbral, Equinox, Dusk, Lufenia. Using a no synergy, no burst team featuring Terra, Jack, and Kurasame. Before we get into it, as always, I'm sorry to say, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Really helps support the channel. Leave a comment down below with how you did. I know, it's for the analytics, it's for the channel growth. I really appreciate the support. So, with that out of the way, let's get into it. What are we doing here? We're doing a no boss turn run because these are the Arciela bugs, and we had to let them take turns the last time they showed up. They had to get cleansed, and it was stupid. Or they had to be dispelled, I guess. It was a really annoying fight. Luckily, the orb here is to keep them under 5,000 brave, and that's not a difficult feat. Doing something slightly offbeat, though. Don't know if you saw already. I have Kurasame and Jack here because I love using their calls. They're both extremely good calls. The Jack call, the Kurasame call, that's kind of top shelf. But I don't have room because you see my call slots were occupied by Vincent, Paine, and Edward because we're also doing the 0 iBrv run. So we have the Noctis friend here. He's going to be following up and doing good damage. We have the Terra, who's going to be doing lots of turns. Lots of damage. Going to be great. I'm going to be messing up the break order right there you just saw. I kept forgetting that they actually unbreak before Noctis' follow-up, which is goofy. We have Kurasame enchanting us. It's a good time. I was a little worried that when they used this fluke debuff that was going to make us miss the HP requirement, but you're going to see it ends up not being an issue, so we're good. But they're going to be just kind of unbreaking every other turn there, and they're even going to be unbreaking basically... Terra's basically going to be breaking someone every turn because of Noctis. It's going to be pretty sweet. I guess I could have brought a core friend if I found one on my friends list, or even like a young friend probably would have been fine. At the end of the day, Noctis is the one who was on the friends list, and he did a fine thing here. You're going to see that his warp step that he gives the party actually ends up really making the turn count kind of a non-issue. That's sweet. But keeping with this theme I've been talking about, it does feel good to be able to kind of fight bosses who've really given people headaches in the past in a way that makes them a lot more bearable, a lot less toxic, a lot more fun to fight. You could argue that, this is basically just a non-interactive punching bag fight, and it kind of is, but I think having one of those alongside the more complex and interesting other fights we've had is entirely fine. Especially with the irony of fighting against bosses where previously we were at their mercy. We had to let them act and pray that they do something, action X, Y, or Z on their turn. I had a good time with that. This is now the second fight I've brought Terra to since getting her burst in which I don't use the darn thing. I'm sure I'll get a chance to at some point. Just have to find a fight in which I'm not bringing other burst characters, I guess. But I have to say, Terra's really grown on me. I didn't like her when she came out because I found her spammy playstyle kind of boring. And it is still spammy, but for whatever reason, I find it less boring now. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting, old and lazy, or maybe I'm getting older and wiser. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as to which of those two it could be. That's the Bl'Artagnan user engagement experience, is what that is. So we are continuing our 0 turn adventures here. The 0 iBrv, as you can see, has pushed their turns completely off the map. They won't stay there forever, but it's certainly... Terra on iBrv is something I hadn't tried before. Terra on the 0 iBrv team is not something I've tried before, and I'm really kind of pleased with how it worked out. One thing I will say is, because we brought no additional debuffs, I don't have a tactics armor, I still don't have walk LD, salty about that. They're no longer unbreaking every other turn now. They've gone below 50%, their stats have increased, and my iBrv debuffs are not keeping pace. So we have run out of our functional delays. We're going to have to get a little bit careful going forward. We've gotten good mileage out of that Noctis friend. We've used all of Terra's LDs here. We use the Edward LD here just to get one last follow-up. A little extra break there, that's nice. And with that, this is the last turn of the Noctis burst effect. We're gonna have to, I guess, warp step one more time. And again, we're not doing any turn jumping with it since their turns are in the Shadow Realm. But getting free actions that don't add to the turn count is nice. You'll see we're at a healthy 11 turns out of, I want to say 65, 70, 60, I don't know. Suffice to say, at 34 and 36%, I don't think we're going to have to worry about the turn count on this one. I haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of Noctis. I kind of want to use him more just because he does seem like he brings some pretty unique and interesting things that I'd appreciate you doing. At this point, I'm kind of, because of the triple burst banners, I'm kind of drowning in relatively usable burst characters, and it's making it kind of... I can't hold all these characters. I don't know, maybe I'll post some more runs. Would you guys like to see some more runs? I could continue commentating. I enjoy doing this. Let me know once again the. I know it sounds like fishing, and it kind of is, but I also do enjoy interacting with you guys and hearing what you have to say. I mean, to shout out some of the folks down there. I appreciate hearing from, like, I really like Eggs or Amen or Very Goose Boy, also known as Goose on YouTube, who is now verging into a pretty tremendous DFFOO content creator on his own. But I enjoy hearing from you guys. I've learned a lot. So it's not all shilling, is what I'm trying to say here. This is the I guess this is the 7-minute into a run video Bl'Artagnan heartfelt moment, because I don't know. Kind of rambling a little bit because we're getting to the end here, but this is actually the part for me where it got a little bit interesting, because before the interesting part was just you making sure Terra broke the right guy so that Noctis could push them back, because iBrv memes are awesome. Now their turns have caught up to us, so we only have one real recourse to make sure they don't start giving themselves massive framed buffs and just generally messing with us and getting brave, and and that's taking advantage of Jack, who has been out of the fight almost the whole time, but he's still quite usable for what he does, and what he does is damage and turn jumping. We are going to pop our summon now because it's time. We did keep that in the bag. Go ahead and Riot Blade with Terra. Confirm the turn count. I actually, because this is sped up, I didn't see what it was, so I still don't know what the turn count is personally. I mean, at the time I did, but who knows? It could be anything. Maybe it's a 30-turn fight. I hope not. That'd be rough. We still make it, but it'd be rough. Or would we? Drama, high drama on YouTube. So Terra's continuing to chuck meteors, just generally having a good time there. Jack doing his turn jumping still, being a big guy there. We're trying to kill A because A's turn was coming up sooner, but now Jack has jumped up, so we have to kind of try to kill them both. As you know, if one dies, the other gains 10% of their health back, and that would be kind of rough. Again, the turn count isn't a worry here, but we have no healing, and so if they do an HP attack, that's probably going to be it for the HP requirement, even if it isn't a fatal attack. We're at 1% on each. Let's see if this can do it. If we transients here, we might kill them both, but we might not, and that could be awkward. So I try to go for the splash damage on the LD, which was, in hindsight, kind of stupid because this happens. Alright, 10% back. Well, so much for the sub-30 turn run. I guess we just missed the turn count if that was the case. Who knows? I don't know if it is or not. But if it's like a 60 turn run, we can do something stupid now because it's a single target fight. Jack has skills to spare. He spent the entire fight in the sidelines. Let's get dumb. Just going to continue turn jumping forever. Never let this guy go again. God bless Jack. Solid unit in the party, overlooked because of his call. Same with Kurasame. Are we here? Still nothing. Okay, this has got to do it, right? There we go. Bugs down. Unusual 0 iBrv, 0 boss turn run, but I had a lot of fun using these units. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a fun run. You saw there we made the turn count, made the HP count. we're all good. I'll see you in the next one. Adios. Thanks for watching.